Cam, for this week, because we don't have that Wednesday buffer game in between. This is all 1 week leading up to two great games against your arch rival. How does this week differ? Because it's just 5 straight days of preparation for your arch rival here.
It's definitely different, that's for sure. Definitely going to have to continue to get used to this new routine in the Patriot League play. However, I think it benefits us because we have, these next 4 days, including today, to prepare for, a team that's also off to a great start in not only Patriot League play, but overall. He's had a great non-conference, and I think it's going to be really beneficial to have 4 straight days instead of having a Wednesday buffer, trying to get in some rest and recovery. We took our recovery day yesterday, and now we're just ready to go full throttle in preparation for Black Knights.
How different has this basketball season been because of, especially now that you all have started conference play? It's back-to-back. It's almost like, the AAU circuit and the old-fashioned conference tournaments where you're playing one day and then playing again. So it's not something you guys haven't seen because you've all done it at some point in your lives, but obviously the competition a lot tougher now at the college level.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I played a back-to-back, dating back to the summer of 2016, going into my senior year of high school. But however, it brings back good memories and it's fun. It's just a good time. There's not a lot of recuperation time, but or rest time, or time to make adjustments. But then again, it's the same thing for each team. So we're put at a similar advantage. But I think our team has an advantage because we have situations like this that pop up at the school that we go to all the time. We constantly have to adjust, adapt, and put ourselves in a position to be successful the next day. And it's super easy for us to turn the script as well. You go to a midweek game, you might have a bad taste in your mouth, for the next couple of days because you should have won that game. We should have did this better, or whatever the case may be. It's not like that in Patriot League play right now because you got to go back to back and you have to, wipe it and then, focus on getting the win the next day.
Let's talk about your basketball team. And right now, 10-man rotation, everybody contributing something significant during the course of the game this week. Alec Lair even pressed into duty and really gave you all a lift in the second half of a ball game here. What is it about this locker room right now that seems to have a lot of synergy, a lot of togetherness, and seemingly searching right now for that common goal, and that's to win each day and hopefully a conference championship at the end of this thing?
Yeah, absolutely. First off, that's 100% the goal. And then second off, I think it's just the culture that, that we've built, the past couple of years. This senior's my sophomore year. So Hassan Abdullah, Ryan Pearson, Dom Antonelli, and George Cannon, they kind of all sat us down in a team meeting with players only. And we kind of started to, reshape the environment, reshape the culture the way we wanted to. And it just carried into last year. It was evident that we were more connected. And then this year it kind of just took off. But we also have guys that are dedicated to it. We have guys that are committed to the team. They're not worried about individual successes. They would much rather trade the team accolades for the individual celebrities. So it's definitely a special group to be a part of, very together, but yet we still have so much that we can improve on. I think that's the scary thing about our team. We're off to a great start in conference play, but if we continue to improve and continue to progress the way that we know that we can, I feel like we're going to have a great shot coming down to the end of the wire in March.
Coach Perry talked about how, there are guys right now that are playing well in practice, and right now you just can't get minutes for them. How good have these practices been? And as a result, the gameplay for you all has obviously been there when you've needed it on the weekends here.
Yeah, it's ultra competitive in practice. Every single day, regardless of who's on what team or whatnot, we're laying it out there. We're like in practice, as you saw in the American game, we were all diving on the floor. Like that's a regular thing in practice. Like when the ball's bouncing on the floor, we're diving on it. Just trying to create those good habits that we do that go out to the game floor. And then in practice, it's just all about, making each other better. Regardless of if somebody gets minutes or not, you can still help them improve as a basketball player. And I think people really take that to heart. And I think guys want to come in and they want to get better. So I think that's also why practice is so competitive, because guys understand, that we can get better and that in practice we have been getting better. And I think people are starting to see a lot of the translations. So the drills that we do in practice are really starting to translate to the games. And, guys they're excited to come to practice. They love coming, and especially with class starting now, we're going to need that release coming to practice and, taking our minds off the, 6-7 hours of class that we had today. So
No doubt about that. Obviously, Saturday, one of those special games. You and Stacey Beckton going
Mhm.
kind of back and forth there. What's that like to be in that particular moment right there where their guy is giving his best and it forces you obviously to be at an elite level at the other end because the two of you were fun to watch on Saturday. What's that moment like? And obviously you needed every point to win 87-86 in overtime.
Yeah, it's special. It's something I look back on, when I'm done playing here soon in the next 3 months, and say, wow, like that was a great opportunity. That was super fun. But then again, uh, I was just focused on winning. Like our whole team was focused on winning. And even though we didn't play the best that we could, there's something about this team, a toughness, a grit, a determination, and just a will that allows us to go out there and regardless of what the stat sheet looks like, go out there and find a way to get the win.
I was going to say, wouldn't Sunday's game represent that? I mean, analytically, when
100,
we look at the
yeah,
stat sheet, we look at you and John at the top of that stat sheet. And even though the two of you, points wise, didn't have a great game, your teammates, four of them in double figures, picked you guys up and you guys were able to win
absolutely.
71-59. Is that the kind of game that we're talking about here with that fiber of this team?
100%, absolutely. And it's not about Cam Davis and John Carter. And I think you know we've been trusted by our coaches and by our team to take and make shots. Yeah, that's great. But then again, like the other guys on the team are just as capable, if not more capable, to do things that me and John can't do. And they really showed it that, out there. Me and John, we were talking in the locker room and all of us were talking in the locker room at halftime. It's like, Cam, like, you feeling all right, man? I was just like, yeah, like y'all are playing well. Like this isn't Cam Davis. It's like this is our team. Like this is what we do. Like we pick each other up when somebody's not having a great game or somebody's tired, their legs aren't there, like whatever the case may be. Like this is our team. So like I was just like, I'm happy for y'all. Like I want y'all to go out there and succeed. Like this is just as important to me that we win and that you guys play well. Because that's what's so special about our team. We pick each other up. We're there for each other. And we're the biggest cheerleaders for each other as well. Like I think we have probably the best bench in the Patriot League. Like anytime somebody scores, like Tyler had that incredible dunk against American on Sunday, the bench blew up. Like everybody blew up. I mean, I was yelling on the floor when I saw I had a perfect angle for it. So it's just really special to be a part with those guys, and it's something I'll never forget.
Academically too, with the challenges that come at the Naval Academy. You mentioned classes get started again this week. For you to be able to achieve the goal here of being able to do some post-grad work at MIT, as you look back at this academic path that is presented to you at the Naval Academy, does that type of, reward here at the end kind of make it all worth it and all that hard work and hours that you've put into it to see a payoff like that?
Yeah, I mean, I say this, I'll take this to the grave with me, but this is by far the best decision I've ever made is coming to the academy for basketball, academics, leadership, like whatever the case may be. And, to be fortunate enough to be selected or be accepted into, this MIT Woods Hole oceanographic, program that I'm gonna be doing the next 2 years. Like it's truly incredible. And it all started with, just a boy, a ball, and a dream. Like I just wanted to play basketball. And then turns out, God had in store for me something totally different that I never would have expected. Like I never expected to go to grad school. I never expected to do anything, but these doors have opened because of a boy, a ball, and a dream. And I'm so thankful that the coaches have, put their trust in me to not only, lead our team out on the floor, but also to, be a leader in the United States Navy and, hopefully the world one day. So yeah, it definitely makes it all worth it. All the hours, all the time that you spend, even in high school, like just into this point, like it makes it all worth it. And it's really special. And I'm, forever thankful for the coaching staff and for the academy for giving me these opportunities.
If the Chiefs need you on Sunday night, could you get there? I mean, game should be over in time. Can you get there and pick up Pat Mahomes if you have to on Sunday night against the Bills?
100%. But Chad, anything's possible. So I'm looking forward to watching them go out and get back, repeat the Super Bowl champ. So I'm looking forward to it.
I was going to say, hey, there's a perfect example of a teammate picking up a teammate as you talk about with Chad Henne converting the fourth down to Tyreek Hill to clinch the ball game. Cam, appreciate the time as always. Best of luck this week to you and your teammates with two big ones with Army coming up. Appreciate the time.
Absolutely. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate it.